Big Mike, George Fisherman, audio and video look good, guys. This is the last chance I'm going to have to get out. Got some bad weather coming. Very cold. Sogo, good morning. Sogo, are you fishing today? You said you were going to give it a try. Hey, Trail Medic, welcome. Hey, if any of you guys are moderators, put Trail Medic's link up there, please. Yeah, we've got, it's really windy here. I found a place along the river that's kind of down, got a big bank behind me. And of course you can see there's some fast water going into some calmer water. It's not real deep here, but we're going to give it a try. Mexicat, good morning. Last ditch effort today. I've got to work for the next 3 days and we've got some really bad weather, very cold weather coming in. Winds are starting to pick up here. I found a place a little blocked from the wind, so we're going to stay here. Oh, and there's rain coming too. But we're going to stick it out for a little while. We're using some cut shad. See if we can't get something on the hook today. Another blizzard, yeah. I know we're going to have single digit temperatures throughout the weekend, so it may be a while before I can get back out again. Country Boy, good morning. There it is, Trail Medic. Trail Medic just recently hit 1,000 subscribers. He's working on getting his 4,000 watchtowers. See if we can't help him out. I had an opportunity to camp with Trail Medic a couple weekends ago. He's a good dude. He's got some really good, he just recently built a camper van. He's got some really good videos on that. Trail Medic likes to do some fishing and hiking and camping. Ace. Wasn't a whole lot of places I could find. Yeah, he's a tech wizard too. Wasn't a whole places I could find get down out of this wind. It's starting to get a bit breezy, blowing all this crap in. We wanted to give it one more try before work and bad weather. Did you see you got out? Yeah, got out from under that bridge, yeah. I didn't fall either. I was kind of surprised I didn't bust my ass coming up out of there yesterday. Yeah, when I left the house, I was wondering if I was even going to find a place out of the wind. I don't like fishing in the wind. I will, but if I'm going to do any filming at all, it'd be useless. Plus, I brought the hunting blind, and I didn't really feel like going through all that, knowing that there's, hey, Catfishing Dreams, knowing that there's rain coming, and I don't know how long I'll be able to stay anyway. Hoping maybe we get some bites with this front coming before it gets here. Who knows? Guys, I'm going to have to run back up to the truck. Shouldn't take me more than a couple of minutes, but if one of those poles bends over, one of you grab it. Well, poles are still here. Oh, you got a back, screen for your screen. Oh shit! I can't even talk. For your computer, huh? Actually, I've never lost a rod on that holder. It'll catch on the reel every time. Mr. Murillo. Hey, Scotty Hill. There's not a whole lot to see here, guys, but looks like at one time there may have been a bridge or something that went across this. Not exactly sure. You can see, I don't know, maybe it was a dam or something at one time, because you can see another wall over there. I don't know exactly what this might have been. I mean, back in the time of the World Wars, this was all military. But I don't know what that might have been. I don't want to try to guess, because I'm probably wrong. I don't know what time that rain's supposed to get here. My wife said afternoon, but who knows? Lacey. We were trying deep water yesterday, so I figured we'd come get some moving water today. See if I can level you guys up a little bit. That looks a little better, doesn't it? I've been on vacation all week and I am not ready to go back tomorrow. Hope everybody's went to the bathroom recently. All this running water sound. Hey Dan, make everybody have to rush off or put you to sleep. Good morning, Dan. I bet you probably got the wind worse than we do out there. I think they were talking about 15 to 20 sustained here when it starts blowing this weather in. But I'm sure it's nothing compared to what you got out there. Yep, that's worse than what we're going to have here. Maybe we'll get lucky and see some deer or something on the other side over there. Oh, you saw an eagle, Lacey? Hey, Avid. I was hoping to see one when I was down there at Monroe yesterday, but never did. Lynn? I appreciate you guys keep coming back to my live streams, even though I haven't been catching anything. It's not from a lack of trying. I finally did get some shad yesterday. Not in the best shape, but I feel a lot more comfortable using shad than I do some of that stuff I bought at the Asian market. Yeah, it is pretty here. I'm back at, it's just a different part of Atterbury. It's the same place I fished at the lake the other day. Pretty close to home. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Sugar Creek. Yeah, it was up to about 37 here when I left the house, Lynn. Or Lacey, I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really hard to make a video in all that wind. I don't think I'll ever get out on the ice. It's too scary for me. Maybe somewhere up north where you know it's a couple feet thick, but I know a lot of people here in Indiana that'll go out on it. I just can't bring myself to do it. Indiana. Hey, Becca. I don't think it's real deep out there where I'm at right now. I'm thinking maybe around 5 feet coming right off this fast water. Got a little bit of an eddy coming back in here. I'm hoping something moves through here. Yeah, it would be fun to kayak through here. Just down that way, about a mile as the river goes, there's a launch down there, and there's a local, what do they call them, library You can go down there and they'll put you in a kayak and you can float all the way back. Chad, I want to catch anything. Catfish Heroes. It is pretty right here. I've never fished here. I can't swim, Clark. I know, Eddie. That's where you go skinny dipping. There's nothing skinny about me. All right, Chad. I don't talk a lot, so you'll be hearing a lot of water running. Yeah, this would be a good smallmouth too, I think. I may have to come down here and try it this year. Don't brag. Put Chad to sleep with all this moving water noise. Since I can't catch any fish here, I try to at least give you guys something to look at, so I'm glad you like the scenery. I wasn't really planning on coming out today. I thought, well, I'll just sit at home and watch somebody else fish, but I couldn't find anybody live. And then the wife told me that we had a couple hours before the rain got here. I was like, well, I guess I'm going to go out then. They're crappie here. Finally got set up, couldn't go where I wanted. I'm building a house at your normal spot. Yeah, so I said to hell with it, I'm going fishing. I hope that's what it is, Becca. Got a shad head on one and a shad body section on the other. So I got a question for you all. I kind of got scolded a little bit. It was nicely, but it was done very nicely. But I was in a live stream last night, and I subbed to someone new and told them, you know, I said at so-and-so subbed, and they said don't use the S word in the live streams. So can any of you tell me why we don't do that? Yeah, that word. They told me not to use that word in the chat, live chat. And it's not the first time I've heard someone say that. Oh, YouTube removes it. Okay. Well, I think it's silly. It's a no-no. I mean, I wasn't offended by it in any way. I just was wondering why. Dan, I lose like 6 one day, gain 4, then lose 4, then gain 6. Mine jumps up and down. I've hit 260 like 6 times. All right, Michael. Well, I'll just quit using the word. I'll come up with something different. Well, that's kind of where I'm at. You got a tournament on the lake this weekend? I'm thinking since we're going to have really crappy weather, if it's not any better by Monday or Tuesday when we're off, I may have to just make a trip to Bass Pro, spend some time down there and stock up on some fishing supplies. Because I don't think there's going to be any fishing going on around me in the next 5 or 6 days after this weather comes in. If it gets as cold and bad as they say it's going to, which, I mean, even if they're wrong like 10 degrees, that's still damn cold. Just tell Purple thanks for the sub. I don't get why YouTube would remove. I don't know either, Dan. I'm sure they got their reasons. That's no fun being out there in the wind, especially when it's already cold. I know I went back through some of my live streams and noticed there's entire conversations missing in the chat, and I can remember what was being talked about at the time, and it was just normal conversation stuff, but the whole conversations are missing. I don't know what happens. I wish it was spring. Yeah, I think I was talking to you about that THG, and I've noticed it in a couple of my other lives too, other than the one you and I talked about. I mean, there's even times where I'll see, you know, somebody new comes in the chat, people are saying hi to them, and I don't even see where they came in. Google moderators have keywords that are auto-delete. I'll probably go back and watch this one later, and all these will be cut out. Google's in there going, they're talking about us. Delete everything. The man's trying to keep us down. Someone told me that the parts are missing because of bandwidth. Yeah, who knows, Becca? Almost anything that deals with bang stick, unless the channel is strictly about that. Yeah, I know a lot of those firearms channels have had a lot of issues. I probably won't ever even mess with them on my channel unless it's just a short little clip of us target practicing or something. I don't think I'll do any talking about them or anything like that. But I lost all my guns in a boating accident anyway, just in case they're listening. You can use DuckDuckGo. I don't think they track anything. But you're probably on an Apple product or something going to DuckDuckGo. Yeah, sun's out, guns out. Duck, duck, bang. I haven't either, THG. I think there was one little clip in one of our camping videos where Telly was shooting one of her pistols for the first time. That's the only time we've ever had them on our channel. Holy crap, that scroll's going fast. I can't read it. Lost them all in a boating accident, THG. Right there it is. Becca shared it. Deer, goose, and squirrel hunt. Lost everything, barely escaped with my life. That's right, so go. Blackfish. I guess it's close enough to say afternoon now. It's picturesque, that's for sure. Whether it not produces any fish, we haven't determined that yet. Yeah, there's a little bit of an eddy right there. Right in between the faster moving water. I figured that'd be the best place to put the bait. It looks like it's probably about the deepest area too. And I still don't think it's more than 5, 6, 7 feet. So there was a channel, excuse me, there was a channel that came in my live yesterday right near the end, and I forgot to add his link, so he comes in here again. We need to make sure we get him up. But Lacey, I'm at Atterbury, just outside of Edinburgh, but his channel is Adventure Outdoors. I highly recommend you all check him out. Fishing addict. If I can't fish, I go catch bait and catch them on rod and reel, so I feel like I'm fishing. That's normally how I like to go out and catch bluegill and stuff like that to use for bait. Go out and do the ultralight fishing and hopefully get a big enough mess of them I can use some for bait and eat some. But I did recently just buy a cast net, so I'm going to try to start utilizing that too. He's okay. With a big ego. Yeah. I figured you would say something like that, THG. THG and Adventure Outdoors are pretty good friends, guys, so he's allowed to badmouth him a little bit. He's a manlet. Can be great in the wintertime also. Well, you know, this is my first year fishing in the winter. You know, I've always been a fair weather fisherman, and that's kind of how I grew up with, you know, we only went fishing when the weather was nice with my dad. And it never even occurred to me to try to catfish in the winter or fish for anything other than, you know, I knew people went ice fishing, and I'm not going to do that, but it never really even occurred to me to go fishing for catfish in the winter until I started watching YouTube, and I started seeing that you can still catch a lot of catfish in the wintertime, so that's why we're out here. The blackfish, I'd much rather be in my kayak. I don't dislike fishing from the bank, but I'd much rather be out in my kayak, suspend fishing for catfish, because that is a blast. I mean, even small channel cats, when you've got that bait suspended just 2 or 3 feet off the bottom, and they hit that, and you're in that kayak, you know, I always tell everybody, the kayak, it's like it adds 10 pounds to every fish, because, you know, they just pull you everywhere. Yeah, wait until it gets warm until you see me start catching them. Well, I'll be the guinea pig. How's that? I do love the kayak action. Yes, it is. The very first fish I ever caught in a kayak was just a little, like a 1.5 pound largemouth. And when I hooked that fish, I thought for sure that I had the biggest bass I had ever caught in my life on the end of that line. I bet it is nice here in the spring. Now our rivers and creeks are running a little bit, just a tad on the high side right now, so I don't think it's normally flowing this fast. Yeah, we've had a lot of our snow melting. We still got some. We haven't had a lot of melt. It got up to about 37, 38 or so yesterday. But we haven't had a whole lot of it melt. I've got shad out there. I've got a headpiece on one and a body section on the other. Been out there for about 45 minutes. Another 15 minutes, I'm going to reel them in, check them, freshen them up if I need to. I've got 20-pound test line on my rod and reels. They, I'm in Indiana. I mean, you can hook some really nice flatheads and stuff in here, but you got about a 90% chance of catching. Hey, River Whiskers, we got about a 90% chance it's going to be a channel cat if we catch it here, or around my area. So I don't really see the need in anything heavier than 20-pound test. I've never had a fish break 20-pound test, so until it happens, that's what I like this line. I think it's a Catmax line, if I'm not mistaken, 20-pound test. I like it. Hey, Maurice. Maurice, I think I made you a moderator. Is your name Blue? Good deal. Yeah, that's all I use is circle hooks. for catfishing. Hey, Roger. Minnesota Outdoors. I hope I do too, Roger. This is the last chance I'm going to get for quite a while with the weather we got coming, and I got to go back to work. Figured we'd try some moving water today, Roger. Haven't had any luck anywhere else. We're using shad. I got a shad head on one and a body section on the other. That went by so fast I couldn't see it. Ever used chicken liver or gizzards marinated in fruit punch, Kool-Aid, or powder? I have used Kool-Aid chicken, and I've used gizzards, but not in fruit punch. And I've used Chris Flores's chicken liver chum bait. I've caught a lot of catfish on chicken, but I'd rather use fish. That's right, Roger. Yeah, I'm kind of addicted to the live streams myself. Where are you at, Blackfish? Germany. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're ahead of us by a little bit. He's in the future. Well, hopefully you'll get to see me catch a fish, finally. I don't know how well or how long the weather is going to allow us to stay. This is the future talking. £30 and 20. Well, if I catch a 30-pounder, that's going to shatter my PB because the 15 pounds is the best I've ever caught. And it was a channel cat. I've never caught a blue cat. And I had about a 10-pound flathead. But like I said, you know, when I was younger and stuff, I've always enjoyed fishing. Well, I don't think it's real deep out there to start with, but I got one of them kind of close to the edge, just where the fast water stops, and the other one's out towards the middle of it. Moe Creek. That premiere was awesome. That was nothing but catching. I don't think there was any fishing. It was just all catching. Be having dreams about a day like that. I don't know that there's any. I think you might have to have 100 subs, but I'm not exactly sure on that. But if you have less than 1,000, you have to use an app. Like I'm using Streamlabs or StreamYard. If I can figure it out, anybody can. But I am definitely technologically challenged. Catch myself yelling at the screen, "Rod down," or jump off the couch. I appreciate those thumbs up, I surely do. I don't even know why I ended up on Streamlabs instead of StreamYard, but that's what I've got and it seems to work, so I'm going to keep using it. Oh, for your Premiere, you don't need the, that's right, I'm sorry, Roger. You don't need the app for the Premiere. You just set it as a Premiere through YouTube when you upload it, isn't that right? Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be a lot of people live, that's for sure. And I'll be at work, but I'll be checking them out as often as I can. Do it, Dan. I think when you upload it, you just set it as a premiere, if I'm not mistaken. I've never done a premiere, but it's fun to watch it with everybody and chat while you're watching them. Well, let me check these baits and freshen them up if they needed. Pouring down rain. Catfish Katie Collins. It's supposed to be, rain's coming here. I'll be right back. I'm going to check these baits. No, haven't caught anything yet, Katie. Been here for just about an hour. Well, it's supposed to rain here today, and then I think we got more snow coming, but very cold temperatures over the weekend, like single digits. Country boy, you were able to finally get to add the mods, I see. Ooh, my phone's about dead. I better plug you guys in or we ain't gonna have a live stream. Juice you guys up there. What's good? You need some juice. Well, I'm giving you juice. Yeah, I really don't. Somebody else asked me, one of the backpackers asked me how much data I used. I went back and looked, and I did a 2.5 hour live stream on that particular day, plus my normal phone usage, and I think it was 4 gigs that I used that day. But we are on an unlimited plan, so I don't think I have to worry about how much I use. Has there been any buffering or anything in this one? Good. I don't like it when it's buffering. Yeah, Roger, I'm glad we were already on that unlimited plan. I'm hearing car doors. I've got some visitors coming. No, not yet. I've been here for just about an hour. No, that's fine. We've got some visitors coming, guys. I don't mind if you come down, but I am live streaming to YouTube, so it's okay. They won't mind. Yeah, I thought I'd try some moving water. I've been fishing some deeper water and stuff for catfishing, and I haven't had any luck, so figured I'd come down here and try some moving water and see if it get any better.
We were just going up and down because we were thinking about putting in a canoe as soon as it warms up a little bit. And fish for smalls.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this would be a good place.
From here down the driftwood where the road is like, or no, down by the road is about 2 miles, I think.
I've waded this before. Several years ago, I was just above the river, and I kept seeing this smallmouth. He was feeding, you know. I stood there for half an hour and threw everything I had over there. He was eating minnows, but he wasn't eating mine, you know what I mean? But, I think they've taken some out. I think this wall used to go out into the, yeah, because...
I was wondering about that wall because, I mean, you can see it here and then there's another one over there.
Well, there was a grist mill, you know, here years and years ago. And they still bring canoes down and put them in here from that canoe livery up there at Taylorville.
I thought they put them in up where they're doing all that construction.
They do, but they put them in here too. Okay. It makes the trip a couple miles longer. But, yeah, that used to go out in there farther. The creek, actually, when that was only probably about 30 foot wide. I mean, you know, where the water could actually pass through.
It seemed to me like this was 18 years ago. You could almost jump to go over across.
Well, I think it's up a little bit more than normal right now because I came down here and considered crossing this bridge. Getting over there and deer hunting, but I wouldn't try to stop that.
No, I wouldn't either.
Well, that was the other opportunity because I got kayaks. And I thought, you know, put the kayak in up there or something if I can get to it. And you kayak across and just have
Float it back, yeah.
not too many guys go over there for sure.
Actually, even right here wouldn't be that bad. I get to see this one time.
I've seen that rowboat before, hooks and hammocks.
Oh, the only place you go to see it on YouTube. Oh, yeah. This is my YouTube channel. Oh, this? Yeah. Feel free to check it out on YouTube. All kinds of
What do you
fishing.
show mostly?
Fishing, camping, hiking.
Oh, not just a certain species of fish, because we've been looking up, seeing each other musky, bass.
I mostly can't fish on my channel. I do a lot of kayak fishing. That's my favorite way to go. I do, I suspend just 2 or 3 feet off the bottom of my kayak and just grip. I mean, even a small channel cat can hit that thing. It's just awesome.
I bet. But we fish mostly for bass, large and smallmouth. But
Don't get me wrong, I like the bass too.
we always trying something different. You know, we look at fishing as when we go, we don't ever call it a fishing trip. We call it an adventure.
There you go.
Because we don't always end up fishing.
There you go.
Or catching.
Bad things happen sometimes.
You guys doing all right in there?
Talk to somebody?
He's
Live streaming. We got people in chat. What's up? You're all right.
Well, hey,
You
we'll
guys are
keep
off
you
camera right
informed.
now.
Good luck to you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, take care of it.
I need all the luck I can get. Be careful going back up. It is a little slick up there. They seem like some good guys. They're looking to put their canoe in and do some smallmouth fishing. I was halfway expecting when I heard the car door, I was expecting it to be conservation. Roger's not a moderator? Well, I will have to fix that. You are now, Roger. Dan, for some reason it's not letting me click on your name. I'll have to try it later on in the chat replay. Mo Creek, you trying to get Roger's boat? I did not expect to see a couple guys wanting to put a canoe in today. That makes me want to get the kayak out, I know that. If they're willing to get out there in a canoe, I'd much rather be in a kayak than a canoe. Several people have done that with quite a few channels. Yeah, I was subscribed to the wrong country boy until yesterday. Me too, Blackfish. I mean, I've fished out of canoes before, but kayaks are much, much better in my opinion. I've got the set on top with the nice comfy seats. You can sit in that kayak all day. It's just like sitting in a lawn chair. I've seen some pretty big people in kayaks. I think the kayaks I have are rated for over 500 pounds. And I know there's kayaks rated for much more than that. Hey, puddle walkers, I'm in Atterbury. There's only one Muskrat Adventures. Country boy, you're not that big. I've seen your videos. You'd be fine in a kayak. Yeah, you'd be fine in a kayak, country boy. It's just like sitting down into a seat. You know, you get those sit-on tops with the comfy chairs. Pumpkin in a gourd. I wish I could remember his name, but there's a guy out there. He's a professional bass fisherman. He fishes out of a kayak, and he's bigger than you are, country boy. I can't think of his name. He's got a real big YouTube channel. Chad Hoover, that's it. Country boy, watch some of Chad Hoover's videos. These kayaks they make nowadays, you can just walk right into them. You can stand in these kayaks and move around. Takes a little getting used to, but they're extremely stable. But you got to be comfortable too, so. Yes, they have came a long way. Kelly? Big Mike, I have tried to flip my kayak and I was not able to do it. It takes a lot of effort to flip my kayak. Now, in a river or a stream, you get that thing going sideways, yeah, it's going to flip if you hit something. But out on the lakes, I have no fear of flipping whatsoever. Another day of me not catching anything, Kelly. But we have pretty scenery. You going out tonight, Kelly? We got some bad weather coming in here. It's going to get really cold and a lot of rain and wind. So, it's supposed to be here. My wife told me it'd be here afternoon. Well, it's afternoon, so I don't know how much longer we got. I understand that. You know, if you can get a boat for the same price as a kayak, and that's what you like, then by all means do the boat. But I like the kayak because I can take it anywhere. And no gas. No registration. I have a trailer for my kayaks. Makes it easier. So the rain's already through Owen County, so it's coming my way. See you, Roger. Minus 20. Woo! I don't want that. We're supposed to get down in the single digits this weekend. Willard Young. Yeah, we've got 4 kayaks. We got the first set on top we bought. They're a lot lighter and more maneuverable and everything. So we're keeping those for those hot drop type situations and rivers and streams. But then we recently got the Old Town 120 PDLs. Those are going to be our traveling on the lakes and stuff like that. We go kayak camping and fishing. All right, Kelly. Welcome, Willard. How many people we got watching right now? $17. Wow, you guys are awesome. 16 or 17 people watching me not catch fish. That is amazing. All right, you take care. I enjoy watching other people catch fish too, especially live. Country boy breaks a lot of stuff. Loading tandems and watching fishing. Oh, you're on an excavator. Ooh, that made my feet cold getting in that water. Go through rod with some night crawlers. It looks like a nice spot. Well, I don't have any night crawlers. All I have is cut bait. But you're right, I probably should have had some night crawlers. What about the other one? If you're talking about my poles, I've got cut bait on both. Got a headpiece and a body section. If you're not talking to me, then I'm sorry. I can feel it starting to get cooler already. No, that's a team, or shit. So Tangling with Catfish is the one. The far rod is a Tangling with Catfish rod. The closer one is an ugly stick. Both of them have Cat Max reels on. Nope, haven't caught anything. Who was that? It changed before I could see. Casual Girl. Hello, Laura. Yeah, that's about the only thing going for this spot. Is it is picturesque. Mr. Duggar. Is it Mr. Duggar or MR Duggar? Because I've called you both. Mister, gotcha. So bad at casting last time. We're ready to the river. We were right by the bridge. Every time I tried to cast into the bridge, I hit the bridge, even cast it up into it once. I threw into a tree yesterday, but luckily it wasn't live when I did it. Huh. You guys hear those sirens? They test the sirens around here at 11 o'clock every day. Well, it's 1 o'clock, so I don't know why they'd be setting those off. Wind blew my line into a down tree. Trying to catch some crappie. Had to pop the line, yeah. I did that yesterday too, fishing under that bridge. All that riprap down around that bridge piling. Got hung up. I'm not real good with a bait caster. I don't have too many issues when I'm catfishing, but when I'm bass fishing with my bait caster, I have to have weight on it or I can't cast the damn thing at all. And I'm not real accurate with it. Coming from your kids' video games. Well, there's the sirens just like they would set off for tornado warning going off. And they've been going off for at least, been over a minute at least. Bass bait casters are super finicky, round ones are catfishing. Yeah, I don't have any problems with these. I can usually get it where I want it. I'm getting to where I've loosened the brake up on them pretty good. Oh, it's a national test? Okay. Rubber bands and rocks for weights. Well, here comes the precipitation. Right now it's more like freezing rain, but There are rocks everywhere, that's true. I'm thinking about getting a mold and starting to make my own lead weights. I was looking at them online today, and that's a lot of money for something you know eventually you're probably going to break off somewhere. Yeah, we got some sleet going on right here where I'm at now. If I would switch things up. So let me get your guys' opinion on these live streams, because I know like a lot of them make sure they're in front of the cameras and you can see the poles over their shoulders. I usually stand behind the camera. Is there a preference for you guys, or I figured you'd much rather look at the scenery than me, so this way makes it easier on me because I can see the chat easier and I'm not blocking the view of the poles. And we're using the better camera doing it this way. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'd much rather see the rods. Oh yeah, here comes that sleet now. I mean, I don't mind it when, you know, I see the other guys live streaming and they're in front of the camera. It doesn't bother me at all, but firing some food. Well, if my wife was here, I'd probably have her cooking some food, but and catching fish, that's right. The most important part, catching fish, which I have not been able to do in a live yet. Yeah, I like to try to get, you know, where we're close to the rods and you guys can see them real good. I'm going to blame the lack of catching on the location. You know, we're up here in Indiana. We don't have those big blues. We do have there's some nice channel cats around here. I've seen people catch them. The 100-pounder, yeah, well, maybe someday. I bet you would, Blackfish. You get sitting here catching a 100-pounder. I'd want to go to where they're catching 100-pounders too. Instant collaboration. I try to keep the conversation going, but I'm not much of a conversationalist. I run out of things to say. I rely on you guys probably as much as you rely on me. Big Mike, I want to fish Tennessee River so bad. I've told my wife I want to move to Tennessee. I watch kayak catfishing and Catfish Dave. And, you know, I love fishing in my kayak, and I definitely want to get on that Tennessee River. Puddle walkers, I want to hook up with you too this spring and summer. I want to try to do some of that wade fishing again. I don't know how well I'll be able to do it with my bad leg, but I used to love wade fishing. White pole, did it move? I know the current's bounced it a couple times since it's been out there, but I saw the line bounce on that white pole a little bit. I think that might be the current bouncing it around a little bit. Yeah, I want to fish the Ohio too. Let's see, just so good. Travel and amazing sights I've seen. Yeah, some of these places these people are fishing, just amazing. Lake Mead, that'd be fun too. We're getting this rooftop tent to put on the truck. We plan on going a lot of places. No state taxes, that's right. Tennessee doesn't have state taxes. Boy, it's starting to come down now. Starting to get a little bit of a mixture now. if I can pull it up adult video store and get down the river exit of I-35. You guys got those adult video stores on your interstates too? There's one here in Indiana we pass by all the time going down to Louisville. Oh, come on, stop it. I don't know how much longer this weather's going to let me stay, guys. The sleet's turning more to rain. It's pretty light right now, though. It's cold. Yeah, see, I mean, it was sleeting pretty good here just a couple minutes ago, and then it kind of turned into a sprinkle, and now it's starting to turn to sleet again. I'm just north of Columbus, Indiana, the small town called Edinburgh. There's a military and state facility out here. It's called Atterbury. And I am in the middle of Atterbury. Was in chat, then boom, out of chat. Well, I didn't kick you out. What happened? Well, I'm glad you're back. Sorry that happened. Well, I think I'm going to reel these in, guys, and get out of here before the rain really starts. I don't feel like getting wet. I don't feel like my phone getting wet. I sub someone and try to leave a comment while I'm saying whatever I just can't. But I'm gonna leave you guys in here to chat and say your goodbyes while I reel these in. We'll get hung up. All right, everybody. Thanks again for stopping in. I sure do appreciate it. I sure wish I could catch some fish for you guys. Maybe it's going to be at least, I'm saying, probably 5 or 6 days before I can even think about getting out here again with the weather we got coming. But I appreciate each and every one of you. I sure do enjoy doing these lives and getting to chat with everybody. But I'm going to end it now before this rain gets any worse. So we'll see you guys later.